Aiming in H1Z1 is like trying to lick your elbow. Did you just try to lick your elbow? It often ends in frustration, leaving one ready to flip a fucking table. Don't flip tables. Instead, listen to these tipperinos I'm going to bestow upon your face. They may or may not help you, considering there is no magical formula to aiming in any game. The idea of the guide is to give you a gentle shove in the right direction, making the noob life a bit more bearable. We'll start at the very core of aiming, the mouse. They come in all different shapes and sizes, so it's most important to find one that you are most comfortable with. Important factors can include the polling rate, DPI, and other mouse functions. The polling rate, which can also be known as the USB report rate, determines how quickly your mouse communicates with your computer. When it comes to gaming, I would say that 1000 Hz is the standard when it comes to the polling rate. Next up is the DPI, or the dots per inch. This is basically just another sensitivity that can be found on mice. Typically, anything over 4000 DPI is a waste. When deciding what mouse is best for you, use the one that feels most comfortable in your hand. Sensitivity. When it comes to aiming, this can be a real sensitive subject. This will determine how quickly your mouse moves across your computer screen. A lot of newer players to computer FPS gaming may think it's better to have a higher sensitivity, thus allowing them to get headshots at a lightning quick pace. In theory, this would seem to hold true, but the ending scenario will most likely be the shooter overcompensating their shot and missing their target. We are all a little different, but there is a sort of guideline to follow when choosing a sensitivity to play with. Slower is better, especially when learning how to aim in PC FPS games. Everybody is different, so what sensitivity works for me may not work for you. I use the claw grip because my long ass alien fingers prohibit me from actually palming the mouse. In doing so, when I aim, I use nothing but my wrist to actually move my mouse. If I used more of my arm when aiming, I may set my sensitivity a little lower. The whole point of this story is to explain that we are all different, use different mice, different mouse grips, and in the long run, what works best for an absolute slayer in the H1Z1 world may not work best for you. Below in the video info, I will provide a link to help you figure out the best sensitivity for your aiming. Follow these steps here to apply a small tweak to your user options.ini file. This will enable the raw mouse input within H1Z1. You may be asking yourself, well, what's that mean? Basically, by enabling raw input, there is no mouse acceleration. The readings will be taken directly from your mouse, allowing your aim to be more consistent with your muscle memory. With raw input off, a player may go to aim at somebody and overshoot because of mouse acceleration. Enabling raw input will help your aim be dead on and will let you start building up muscle memory. Before you close your user options.ini file, here's another tweak you may be interested in adding. Whenever I first started playing H1Z1, the biggest thing I had trouble with was having to hold down the right mouse button to aim. I know it sounds silly. Coming from a game like CSGO, where aiming through a scope is defaulted to toggle, it made the transition into H1Z1 a little rougher. If I had known about this then, I definitely would have given it a try. If you're a Counter-Strike player who is having trouble adjusting to holding down the right mouse button to aim, try this little tweak right here. If you don't like it, just come back and set it to 0. BR Zombies. As the name suggests, it's a battle royale mode with zombies added in. The game sizes are smaller than a regular VR, around 50 players, so it's a very ideal place to practice your aim and bullet drop. Drop into the game, loot up with whatever weapon you want to practice with, and go kill some zombies. It's better to have some sort of a vehicle, but not necessary. Whenever you see zombies from far away, or whatever range you wish to practice, start shooting them. The zombies obviously won't be shooting back, so take your time and pay attention where your bullets are hitting. The smaller game size will mean less player encounters, but as with a regular BR, always be on your toes. This game mode may also help you develop an eye for spotting players, as the zombies from far away also look like silhouettes. At the time of this guide, this game mode is available, but may not be on down the road. If you are trying to figure out Bulletdrop, I highly suggest using this mode as a trial and error tool. The zombies are basically harmless, there will be less players, and ammo will be plentiful. Having good crosshair placement is just as critical, if not more critical, than having a good shot. It's best to get in the habit of carrying your crosshair in a good position, so when you do engage an enemy, you don't have to move your mouse very far before you begin shooting. Here are different examples of me using good crosshair placement at various ranges and how I account for Bulletdrop.
Da puta, véi! Moleque, você tá banido já, cara. Tá banido, filho. GG? You hacker, man.
In closing out the video, I just want to clarify that H1Z1 is still an alpha, so the Bulletdrop may change in due time, and the BR zombie mode may be removed entirely. Just use this guide as a shove in the right direction to help you become better at aiming and to recognize where you are holding your mouse while navigating through the world. There is not a video out there that will instantly give you that golden tip to improve your aim immediately, but with enough practice on zombies or on other players, you'll get better in due time and start landing even tougher shots. It just takes time and practice. The gunplay in H1Z1 is the weirdest I have ever came across, and even after 500 plus hours, I'm still learning things even now. Practice your aim to develop muscle memory and carry your crosshair in the right position. One day, everything will click when you are least expecting it, and you will begin transforming into a total badass. If you learned anything new from this video, please give it a thumbs up by tapping that like button. If you enjoy informative videos like this one and wish to see more, subscribe to my channel. My name is SluggyBug, and this is the part where I say thank you for watching, have a great night, and have a merry fucking badass Christmas.